spraying bug spray on food in a Walmart to get likes, clicks, and views. Sad. Just sad.
Now available in paperback and e-readers, eSteam Cancel Vacation. Hell's aspiring angel takes on a social justice, social media mob looking to cancel her in this all-new eSteam series adventure. Get eSteam Cancel Vacation in paperback and e-readers today.
Better get the coleslaw, y'all, cause we're having us a barbecue. An Arizona man allegedly filmed himself spraying bug spray on produce and other grocery items in a Mesa Walmart.
It's kind of dumb. Yeah, like there's just no point.
It's a travesty. It's a travesty.
A prank taken too far, landing 27-year-old Charles Smith in jail tonight.
Hopefully he gets his just due.
Smith is now facing multiple charges, including a felony for messing with produce at a Walmart in Mesa Thursday. He filmed himself doing it and posted it on his social media. The video was deleted, but police sent us this screenshot showing the bug repellent court docs say Smith stole from the same store, then sprayed it all over fruits, vegetables, and rotisserie chickens as part of a prank. Shoppers are downright upset.
Pranks should be actually funny. Like, if it's like hurting others in the process, like, why would you do that?
According to court paperwork, Smith is a self-proclaimed troll, posting pranks on social media to cash out a monthly check anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000 for his content.
I think social media has got people doing crazy things out here.
Police say Smith did try undoing his wrong 10 minutes after the incident when his followers called him out on it. Police say Smith grabbed some of the produce, put it in a cart, and wheeled it to the back of the store. Walmart tells us they trashed about $930 worth of food and sanitized the area, but it's unclear if any shoppers took the contaminated food home.
And it's unfortunate that somebody would mess up their whole lives potentially for something on social media for views.
Mesa police say Tempe detectives identified Smith because they have an open case against him, and the city of Tempe also has an active warrant for Smith. So we are working on learning what that is all about. Reporting in Mesa, Casey Torres, Arizona's Family.
Now, in this alleged incident that took place in Mesa, Arizona, 27-year-old Charles Smith walked into a Walmart supercenter with a can of Hot Shot bug spray that he stole from another location. And as he walked into the produce section of the Walmart supercenter, he took out his smartphone and began recording himself spraying most of the produce in the produce section with this bug spray as part of a prank video that he was making to go out here and make content for his social media platforms. Now, as Charles Smith was making this content, he got real-time backlash from many viewers who were disgusted with this prank that he was pulling online. And after getting a lot of negative backlash, this is where Charles Smith got a change of heart and decided to go out and get all of the produce and some rotisserie chickens he sprayed with the bug spray, put them in a cart, and then wheeled them to the back of the store in an effort to try to mitigate the costs of his irresponsible, reckless, and egregious behavior. And he sought to delete the video of this prank that he was looking to pull. However, one of the viewers of his video wound up recording that video, downloading it, and placing it on social media. And as this video went viral, this is where the police got involved, and Charles Smith was forced to turn himself in for this prank that he pulled, and was basically charged with criminal charges and is now in the custody of the Mesa, Arizona police. Now, the Mesa, Arizona police see Charles Smith's behavior as an isolated incident, but when I take a critical examination of Charles Smith's alleged behavior, it definitely fits the pattern and profile for beta males that I talk about in my book, The Man Crisis, but it more fits the profile for cyber simps that I talk about in my book, Stop Simping in Cyberspace. Now, when it comes to a lot of these cyber simps basically go out here and will do anything for attention, because a lot of these individuals have extremely low self-esteem, and because they have low self-esteem, they go out here looking to get the attention and approval of others online. And in the case of Charles Smith, he was one of these cyber simps who basically wanted to, again, try to elevate his social status by looking to pull these pranks, and he thought that because these pranks were getting a lot of likes, clicks, and views, he was getting popular on social media, and this is what led to him looking to escalate his behavior, in the hopes of getting more likes, clicks, and views. And this effort to go out here and get those likes, clicks, and views led to him going from participating in these practical jokes that he thought was funny to participating in this antisocial behavior, looking to participate in this antisocial behavior because spraying bug spray on people's food is not something that would be considered to be funny at all. No, this is an effort to try to poison people, and this effort to poison people basically was the thing that alienated people from this guy's whole behavior, and most people got turned off by Charles Smith's disturbing behavior, and that's when he started to participate in this beta male behavior of trying to make his world smooth, by going and trying to find all of the produce that he wound up spraying with that bug spray, and the rotisserie chickens, putting them in a cart and hoping to hide the evidence of his antisocial, reckless, and egregious behavior. And sadly, he couldn't hide it because anything you put on the internet is forever. This is something many cyber simps don't understand. Whatever content you put online will be there forever. You may think you have deleted it. However, there's someone who saw that content, and will basically save that content and look to rebroadcast that content, either in other ways, like to, again, go after someone. Now, this guy talked about how he was a professional troll, and that really shows how pathetic this guy is, that he basically is spending his whole life basically looking to cause trouble on the internet. And it really, again, is really a sad and pathetic thing that this guy believes that this is a career path to go on. He believes that this is a career path to go on because he's encouraged by platforms that go out here and pay him, like in the case of YouTube, where he says he gets anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000 for going out here and pulling these pranks. And basically, this guy, because he's getting so much money and so much attention, he is on a vicious cycle that I've seen many cyber simps wind up getting on, where they get, again, addicted to the likes, clicks, and views on social media. And as they get addicted to the likes, clicks, and views that they get on social media, this leads to them looking to ramp up and escalate their behavior, to get more clicks and views. Moreover, they're looking to get higher hits of dopamine from the likes, clicks, and views that they are receiving, because when it comes to this whole situation, these people are, again, addicted to the attention they're receiving online. And since they're addicted to the attention they're receiving online and addicted to the money that they make from making these videos, what these guys do, again, to keep the audience there, is continue to escalate their anti-social behavior, because pulling these pranks, again, isn't funny, because the whole thing about comedy, and I know this because I write comedy all the time, is that comedy is about everybody laughing with you about a situation, but pranking people is about trying to humiliate people and make mockery of them. That's what this guy was basically doing, and what he was doing as he was making mockery of people with these pranks was escalating his behavior to go out here and express his contempt for people, express his contempt for his audience by going out here and spraying this food with bug spray. And what's really scary is most people don't know if any of that produce was picked up by customers. Nobody knows if a customer got this produce, and if somebody in Mesa could possibly be handling this contaminated food and could possibly be on the brink of getting themselves poisoned. That's the whole scary part about this situation. It's really scary that this man had no regard for people. Again, he thought he was getting a laugh by making a mockery of people by saying that they were so stupid for buying this food with bug spray. But what makes this, again, a case of evil is this guy, again, came to do this on social media in order to, again, get those likes, clicks, and views. And his behavior fits a disturbing pattern that another YouTuber, MadBlack80, has talked about regarding these pranksters, and what's happened to many of these other pranksters who pull these kind of jokes on random people is they've been getting that smoke from people. In the case of videos I've seen from MadBlack80, where he talked about how people are getting themselves killed because they pull a prank on the wrong one and the person defends themselves, or they get in the face of someone pulling a joke and they wind up, again, getting that smoke where they're getting shot or they're getting beat up. Again, this whole joking thing can, again, get you killed out here. But in the case of this guy, he's basically looking to hurt people, and looking to hurt people because his whole idea of humor is becoming depraved, and becoming depraved because he's just basically, again, looking for that dopamine high, and looking for that dopamine high without ever thinking about the ethical ramifications of his actions, never thinking about the ramifications of his actions. It's all about trying to shock people. But what's shocking to him is that he wound up on the radar of law enforcement, and as he wound up on the radar of law enforcement, he's gone from being a guy pulling practical jokes to being on the road to being the punchline of one, where he'll basically be laughed at by Bubba, Tiny, Roscoe, Big Dave, Melvin, and Mr. Sprinkles inside of the penitentiary, where they, after he winds up paying compensation for all of that shrink he made at Walmart, he will basically be the guy who is the one getting laughed at as Bubba, Tiny, Roscoe, Big Dave, Melvin, and Mr. Sprinkles go out here and set him up for a joke as they wind up trading him for Little Debbie snack cakes, ramen noodles, packets of Crystal Light lemonade, packets of Crystal Light tea, off-brand lemon lime drink, off-brand grape drink, off-brand orange drink, off-brand fruit punch, off-brand kiwi strawberry drink, off-brand apple juice, off-brand Oreo cookies, off-brand duplex cookies, off-brand vanilla wafers, off-brand ginger snaps, off-brand sugar wafers, Hunt's snack pack puddings, Fritos chips, prison chips, hot and sour pickles, beef summer sausage, packets of Velveeta cheese, packets of soy sauce, packets of sriracha sauce, packets of honey mustard, packets of sriracha sauce, Taster's Choice coffee, Kava coffee. I mean, after dude gets inside of the penitentiary and they're basically turning him out as they spit roast him, this is where everybody's gonna get a good old laugh when Mr. Sprinkles comes in and finishes him off by spraying the front side and the back side with his special sauce, and then calls all the guys from Cell Block D to check out his handiwork as he splits the cheeks open and shows this dude's backside looking like the inside of a Louisiana crunch cake. And as the guys in Cell Block D get their laugh, that's when Charles Smith will regret the day that he went out here pulling pranks for cash, because sadly he'll realize that he's the butt of the joke as these guys go out here and get some of that backside. He's going to realize he's the butt of a joke, where he's the one suffering a humiliation where he's going to reap what he sows, later than what he sows, greater than what he sows, regarding his behavior. And sadly, this dude will finally realize, he had go out here and troll people online, but he's going to be getting trolled inside of the penitentiary, and again getting trolled in the penitentiary as he's basically getting penetrated by Bubba, Tiny, Roscoe, Big Dave, Melvin, and Mr. Sprinkles, and realize that maybe doing practical jokes online is not, and being a troll online isn't a good way to spend the time of your life, because as he's doing time in the penitentiary for this heinous crime, that's where this male will basically wind up becoming a man in crisis. A man in crisis because of his addiction to social media, his addiction to attention, his addiction to try to get online famous. But sadly, as he's become online infamous for trolling people, now he's the one on the road to getting trolled by all of the big dudes in the penitentiary, who will wind up braiding dude's hair, and giving him a hot shot in the backside, for exchange for some commentary. And now he'll realize how many of his victims of his jokes felt as he winds up losing his dignity. That may be the final fate to befall Charles Smith. Again, another sad case of a cyber simp who basically thought he could go online and pull these pranks and these gags to get attention and make money, but now he's basically lost everything, because in his need and addiction for attention, he's gone out here and got the attention of the right one. Sadly, this is what happens to many pranksters. They go out here and look to pull a joke, but sadly they wind up crying instead of getting the last laugh, because they go out here and mess with the wrong person. And sadly, this person again wasted time out of his life. I mean, this is a 27-year-old man, again, grown man, wasting his time pulling pranks for cash when he could be going out here working to develop himself. Sadly, this man is just again wasting time out of his life because he takes his life for granted. And sadly, as he takes his life for granted, he's become a man in crisis, because it takes a special brand of pathetic individual to sit here and think of stupid things to do like this that put your intangibles of manhood at risk, such as your dignity, your self-respect, and most importantly, your freedom. Dude wound up throwing away his freedom for a practical joke, and as he pulled this practical joke, he was the one crying at the end of the day, as the prison system gets the last laugh by turning another black man out. Now, this was a video requested by one of my viewers, and if you want to request a video, you can drop a donation for a minimum of $15 to the PayPal or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box, and if I know something about that subject, I will make that video for you. And if you want to learn how many guys like this basically wind up getting themselves into trouble, and how to identify the dysfunctional behavior of individuals like a cyber simp, you can pick up my book, Stop Simping in Cyberspace, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find Stop Simping in Cyberspace at other online booksellers like Draft the Digital, Google Play, Barnes & Noble, and big box retailers like Walmart and Target. And if you want to learn to identify the dysfunctional behavior of beta males like this guy who participated in this series of crimes, you can pick up my book, The Man Crisis, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find The Man Crisis at other online booksellers like Draft the Digital, Google Play, Barnes & Noble, and big box retailers like Walmart and Target. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Now available in paperback and Kindle, Stop Simping in Cyberspace. Learn how to avoid predatory females like Instagram models and e-girls in their virtual con games with Stop Simping in Cyberspace. Get your copy of Stop Simping in Cyberspace in paperback and Kindle today.
Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited. The Man Crisis. Learn why so many men are struggling to find their way in an increasingly gynocentric world in The Man Crisis. Get your copy of The Man Crisis in paperback and Kindle Unlimited today. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.